Grand Rising to the collective, man. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop an upload. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos a week. Man, this is for entertainment purposes only. And y'all know we on that road to 20K. And I appreciate the collective, bro. I genuinely appreciate y'all. Like, we be having conversation in the comments, bro. And I had a conversation with one of y'all back and forth, and we both apologized to each other about our energy, and we moved on to the next. And he's still a part of the collective. And that's why I love y'all, man, because we can have that conversation, clash, apologize, and continue to learn together. That's what it's all about, man. Setting your differences aside, being man enough or mature enough or an adult enough to have a conversation and move on to the next, because life's short, man. So, but with that being said, like I said, I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the collective again. Y'all matter to me. So, yeah, we about to get right into these reactions though. Y'all ready? Let's go.
Tupac got killed in 1996. How badly did it affect you when you heard?
Well, Tupac got killed, and I wasn't surprised, and that's sad, because I think everybody kind of saw, like, how can this guy still be alive after he got shot the first time and the second time? And then now a third time.
Well, no, he got shot once. There was another time he got shot?
Talking about besides the New York studio?
Well, there was the Quad Studio shooting, and then, of course, Vegas. What was the third time?
There's actually another one. There's 2 more you don't know about. And got shot at. And
I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that.
Skinned.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So it didn't go to... He went to the hospital for it, but wasn't life-threatening.
Okay.
So... could be even more, and I don't even know. But my point is that how can a guy have all these bullets flying at him and still, you know what I'm saying? We all kind of, it's a crazy story, and I got to really watch what I say on all this, because I do know too much, and I'm not going to elaborate.
Fair enough.
So I let that unfold, and I'm glad being back, bro. And we lost a great person because of greed, money, power. We lost a great poet. Not to drugs, like the other people that we had been mentioning and stuff like that, but to a gun.
Yeah. Well, just recently, Keefe D got arrested for the murder of Tupac.
Yeah.
And I did the Keefe D interview 4 years ago, where I basically, how I say, solved the whole case. He told
you were the one who did that. That's right. I saw that. I just now put that together. Vlad.
Yeah.
I did see that, and I was like, how did he incriminate himself on there like that, right? And then that's what led to opening up the investigation again, right?
It was a big part of it because, well, he had written a book, and I got the first interview with him based on that book, where I had him lay out the entire story from beginning, during, and after.
Good job, bro. You pulled it out. Good stuff, man. You know, everything leads to something, and what you did probably led to the opening of the investigation, because, you know, LAPD don't want to open up some old file 30 years ago.
It was Las Vegas PD, actually.
It was Las Vegas, but you're right, Las Vegas. They don't want to open up a file 30 years ago, and why? Let it be gone. And I think they wanted the message to be saying, well, see, if you go out there and do gangbanging and do that, trying to leave a message, propaganda again, through the news channels and shit, you know, that this is what happens if you go out and live a gangster lifestyle. You die, like Biggie and Tupac. That's not true.
And I gotta ask, was there any drugs involved?
No. Muncie and I was riding in Toronto, and we saw like a laser, midday, right, in the middle of the day, nice, right? Laser in daylight, that's a weird look. That's a weird thing, right?
Yes.
We saw it, hit the ground about a couple of blocks in front of us. We got there, didn't see. I said, what was that? He said, I don't know. So we drove another 3 minutes. The same thing came down through. Now we're off the highway. We're on a secondary street. Come right down through the trees, 2 blocks in front of us. We see it right out the sky and right through the trees. And when it hit the ground, it looked like electricity splattering, it's popping. Okay, we see that. It landed on the same side of the street we were on. Next one landed in the same block now, on the other side of the street. And I reached for the radio, you know, to turn down and look. And then the third one hit the car on the passenger side. It beaded up like, you know, like mercury in a thermometer. You know what the mercury in the thermometer.
I do not know about mercury in a thermometer.
Liquefied and
like
it's silver, like liquid looking.
And just dribble over the side of the car.
Yes.
Now, this is only like 3 minutes from where we just seen the laser. I mean, the one that looked like a laser.
Right.
It's like 3
I love
minutes.
this story.
But when we hit the car, our attention for like years, I didn't think about this for years, was on the fact that the street lights were going down.
They were dimming.
They were dimming.
Right.
It was like the street lights was on and they were going off. The car lights was doing that, was dimming. You could see way down 2 blocks in front of you, the lights going out and Boots is driving. Say, what is it? I said, I don't know, get the fuck out of here.
That's a normal
We get
reaction.
about 3 blocks in this, and look to the left, you could see street lights on and it looked like traffic was moving. We get to the house, parked in the driveway, and don't say shit. We sat there for like 3 minutes. And my daughter walks out and said, wow, y'all look like y'all seen a ghost. And she said, give me a hug, I'm going to bed. Now remember, I told you the weirdest thing about seeing it the first time, that it was in daylight.
Right.
This was only like 5 minutes away from where that.
Now it's dark?
Now it's dark, and she's going to bed.
So time lapse.
So that means it's 7 o'clock. We did not think about that for at least 10 years.
You guys got abducted.
We did not think about the fact that that time discrepancy from the first time we saw it to the street lights going out to her going to. I had to call Boots. I'm on the road years later and said, when I thought about it like that, I said, what time did we get to Toronto? He said, 10 or so in the morning. I said, right. When we saw the light the first time, I said, it was daylight.
Scared of Toronto then.
I said, it was daylight, right? He said, yeah, it was daylight. It was weird. That's what made it weird. That it was in daylight. There's only 3 blocks from there to where the light hit the car. I said, why was the street lights going out?
And why were they even on?
And why was Barbarella going to bed at 7 at night? He said, man, fuck you. He said, what happened to that time? We never thought about that.
Which is classic abduction stories.
And I gotta ask, was there any drugs involved?
No.
Sober.
No psychedelic, no funkadelic.
The thing is, we had just come from Detroit, from the studio, had to come to customs.
Because Detroit and Canada
They're
right
going to
there.
Canada.
Yeah.
They're going through customs, which you know.
Windsor went up forward, so we had to come through customs. We ain't coming through the customs with no drugs.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I had to go look for some after that.
Right.
That shit fucked you up so much.
I respect that.
And that was. Oh yeah, I believed in that. Anyway, I'm a Star Trek freak, so all of that I believe in.
Yeah, I knew some of y'all was gonna be like, man, nah, they was on that stuff, bro. They ain't get abducted, they was tripping out. He just said, hey, I know we wasn't because we was coming from Detroit into Canada. You gotta cross the border. You can't go across the border with stuff on you like that. Like, so where would they get it from? I don't know, maybe they was, I think he was on point. He was giving too many descriptions. Like, he was going in detail way too much to be like kind of lying about that. Some gonna disagree. I don't. I'm gonna go ahead and say I believe what he talking about. And I think anytime people say that they've been abducted by aliens, everybody quick to shut them out. Most people, not everybody, but most people quick to just shut that down and be like, I don't want to hear that, man. He lying. What if he wasn't lying? Just because you ain't seen it don't mean you can't believe it. Because it could still be possible and could still be true. Like, I don't know. I think he did. Because, like, again, when he said they couldn't remember for, like, almost 10 years why it was daytime when they first saw it, and then when they came back home, it was nighttime. Where did the time go? And where were they at? What if when they did get abducted, it was almost impossible for them to even think about that simple thought? And then 10 years down the line, that simple thought was able to be thought about again. What if that's something like the aliens did when they took them? Like, you know, I'm getting weird with it probably, but hey, that's what I believe. Let me know if y'all agree with me.
And a guy all decorated in navy blue uniform, real sharp looking guy, out in the middle of nowhere, getting out, unlock the gate, get back in the van, pull in, get back out, lock the gate, and take off up the mountain somewhere. And that was it. And then we'd see him come back out once in a while.
Now that we've established a definitive military presence, it makes you wonder, was the government testing some kind of super soldier or some type of experimental animal species? Is that what chased Dawn out of the forest? The areas near Big Dalton and Little Dalton Canyon have changed dramatically since Dawn lived here. The suburban and residential growth pretty much touches the national forest. So instead of looking for any activity down in that area, we're headed up higher into the mountains, towards Mount San Antonio, which stands above a 10,000-foot elevation. If there was some kind of creature living in this forest, they would definitely retreat to the highest peaks in the area, away from the presence of humans. So we set up full spectrum cameras, visual light cameras, still photography, and audio recording devices. While up in the area near Mount San Antonio, we didn't witness any anomalies or anything strange. Now that it was dark, we wanted to head back to the experimental forest. We were going to watch the facility and see if anybody was coming in or out, or if there was any activity on the federally restricted land. Using our equipment, we kept a watchful eye on the experimental forest. Although at first, there wasn't much of anything happening in the area, other than commercial air traffic overhead. In our still photography looking north towards the desert, we captured the strange light streak. The most likely explanation is an aircraft moving from left to right. The strange look of the streak was caused when the aircraft turned its lights off. It's extremely difficult to view satellites from the Los Angeles suburbs, but we managed to catch this one headed east over Glendora.
I ain't see no gigantic monster.
CIA doesn't want you.
Maybe that could be fake. Why the dude in the boat ain't running? Or not running, but you know, getting away from him. In my opinion. But there's only one person we all know who should be walking on water. Ain't nobody else supposed to be walking on no water, man. So you see somebody else doing it, you gotta go the other way. That ain't Jesus, bro. At all. That ain't him. Go the other way. But I could see being a reptilian or some type of alien, in my opinion. Some alien life form looking like us or something. Could be a reptilian, no? Could be, maybe, I don't know. But I know it's not human, because yeah, ain't no human walking on water, bro. I've never seen nothing like that. But then again, it could be fake. That one could be. It could be, but then again, I just said in that last clip, just because you ain't seen it don't make it true or possible. So that's what's making me say it could be fake, is because I ain't never seen it.
You to know that this island exists. It's called Diego Garcia, and it is located in the Indian Ocean. In 2008, Time magazine published an article about the island of Diego Garcia, stating that it is where the CIA takes all its detainees to torture them. But they also believe that the CIA conducts experiments beneath this island. Have you heard about the Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 that disappeared? In reality, this flight may not have vanished. It landed there, and they abducted the people from the plane and subjected them to torture. The reason we might think this is because there was an IBM employee on the plane who posted a photo 10 days after the plane's disappearance. The photo showed what looked like some sort of experimental room. And if you look at the geographic coordinates of the photo, it matches this island.
Yeah, some of y'all said do a deeper dive on that.
The CIA doesn't want you to know that this island exists. It's called San Diego Garcia, and it's located in the Indian Islands. Now check this out. Time magazine actually published about the island, claiming it was where the CIA took its captives. But there's more. Supposedly they ran horrible experiments, but only underneath the island. Now, did you ever hear of that flight that went missing? Malaysian Flight 370? Well, people believe that it actually never disappeared, and that it landed on the island. The CIA then took the people off the plane, captured them, and tortured them, using them for their experiments, but only underneath the island. Now, why do people believe this? The reason was because an IBM employee that actually was on the flight took a picture 10 days after the plane disappeared. The photo looked as though it was taken in an experimental room. Now, you can track where a photo is taken by reading the upload data. Its geolocation, And when they checked the coordinates of that photo, it showed that it was taken at Diego Garcia Island.
I don't know if y'all got this thing, but I got this pet peeve. If you like eat around me, please don't be a messy eater. Please. I'm not gonna judge, but I am gonna look at you like, bro, you can't like be a little bit more clean. Like, yeah, don't have food on your lip. Like, I'm gonna have to let you like, hey, bro, you got some food on your lip. Like, yeah, I mean, like, you need to get that. That's not a good look for you to just continue to eat after you got the food all on your lip. Just take the time to wipe it. It's just the little things, man. But he always eating in his videos, and every time he eat, he make it look good. And I don't eat nothing that he had in that clip. I can't eat tomatoes, too much heartburn. The lettuce, yeah. I don't mess the avocado, but the meat, of course, no. But he make it look good when he eat, though. That's what's crazy. Like, he'll make you want whatever he eating. But, nah, I'm still straight. But y'all said do a deeper dive on Diego Garcia, man. Y'all said do a deeper dive. I've been doing a little, I'm still going a little bit deeper. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to go deeper. But yeah, I know I just found out about that island. I did, but was I shocked that there's an island like that? Nah, come on. How can we be shocked about that? This is those people we talking about. Let's put it like that.
How would you like to be my crew? Go awake with a tummy ache. Into bed you hop and dream away. Lollipop is a sweet trip to a candy shop where bonbons play. On the sunny beach of Peppermint Bay, lemonade stands everywhere.
For context, this came out in 1934. What exactly was happening here? At first, it looks family-friendly, but then things seem to take a strange turn. For one instance, she seems to be pulling down her dress a lot. It could be nothing, but if you look into her interviews, things become apparent that there is more than meets the eye. TikTok, this is just for entertainment purposes only.
One guy, when I left Fox, I went to MGM for one picture. Thank goodness, only one. And when I got there with my mother, we were separated. I went into the office of Arthur Freed, and he was going to talk to me about a movie he wanted to put me in. I'm 12 years old, you know. Instead, he was an exhibitor. I'd never seen anyone before, except myself, so I had no clue about what was happening. So it struck me so funny, I laughed at him, and he got infuriated. And he said, out, 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 go.
Did you tell your mother?
Well, she came up very quietly from Louis B. Mayer's office, and we walked in and...
She said she walked in very quietly. Her mother. And do you know what my mama would have did for my sister? Like, she would have went, oh man, that whole place would have been messed up. Somebody would have, yeah, somebody was going to jail for a case. Somebody was going to the hospital. Because that's like, yeah, I know how my mom is over like my sister. Over her kids in general. But my sister, she go crazy for it. And that's her baby. So it's kind of like, yeah, like, I don't know, quiet walking into the, I don't know. But that was in 1934. That's a long time ago, and they still doing that type of stuff. And this for entertainment purposes only. I just, like, yeah, it's just kind of crazy. Like, that's a kid, bro. What can you get out of that? That's a kid. What, like, I swear I see somebody said people who like that type of stuff, they trying to make it, they trying to give them an escape route. They trying to say that it's a mental health, it's a mental case. What, bro? Alright, we trying to get them chances now, cause they do be getting less time than some people who be just trying to make ends meet. Let's just say that, man.
I've received two extremely disturbing letters, or a letter and an email, one from a mainstream media TV company, one from a newspaper, listing a litany of extremely egregious and aggressive attacks, as well as some pretty stupid stuff. Like amidst this litany of astonishing, rather baroque attacks are some very serious allegations that I absolutely refute.
So what exactly are these allegations? Take a look at this. These allegations only come after Russell has started to expose how the system works against us and how it intends to keep you there.
These allegations pertain to the time when I was working in the mainstream, when I was in the newspapers all the time, when I was in the movies, and as I've written about extensively in my books, I was very, very promiscuous. Now, during that time of promiscuity, the relationships I had were absolutely always consensual. I was always transparent about that then, almost too transparent. And to see that transparency metastasized into something criminal that I absolutely deny makes me question, is there another agenda at play? Particularly when we've seen coordinated media attacks before, like with Joe Rogan, when he dared to take a medicine that the mainstream media didn't approve of, and we saw a spate of headlines from media outlets across the world using the same language. I'm aware that you guys have been saying in the comments for a while, watch out, Russell, they're coming for you, you're getting too close to the truth. Russell Brand did not kill himself. I know that a year ago there was a spate of articles, Russell Brand's a conspiracy theorist, Russell Brand's right wing. I'm aware of news media making phone calls, sending letters to people I know for ages and ages. It's been clear to me, or at least it feels to me, like there's a serious and concerted agenda to control these kind of spaces and these kind of voices, and I mean my voice along with your voice. What I seriously refute are these very, very serious criminal allegations. Also, it's worth mentioning that there are witnesses whose evidence directly contradicts the narratives that these two mainstream media outlets are trying to construct, apparently in what seems to me to be a coordinated attack. I don't want to get into this any further because of the serious nature of the allegations, but I feel like I'm being attacked, and plainly they are working very closely together. In the meantime, I want you to stay close, stay awake, but more important than any of that, if you can, please stay free.
Same thing they doing to him. Sound like Shah Jamal to me.
They tell us the truth in plain sight.
Smile I've ever seen out of Mark Zuckerberg.
So the song Shake It Off was about how I shed my skin every 1,000 years. And the song Bad Blood was about how I drink blood out of my Grammys.
A toast to blood. Save some blood for Paul Rudd.
Begins at the dawn of history. The birth of the very first society begat the need for the very first secret society. A fraction of early humans were born smarter than their fellow cavemen. And if they would not listen to reason, perhaps they would listen to a higher power. And thus, the Order of the Black Robes was born.
Operating from the shadows using secret knowledge, we and our descendants kept watch over all of human history.
Well, not to point out the obvious, but fire, plague, acts. If you're watching over us, why didn't you stop these things?
Stop them. We unleashed them.
Yeah, that crazy.
Roseanne Barr, did you see what she said today? She said she doesn't see a 2024 election even happening in the United States.
I don't think we're going to have no election.
You want to bet money?
I'll bet.
How much?
I'll bet big. I don't think we're going to have no election.
$1,000.
All right.
Shake hands.
I did not want to hear that.
I mean, it's possible because if Russia does technically declare war, or we declare war, then he can stay in.
Right, he could declare martial law, or you could literally go into the War Powers Act, which then takes him out of the occasion, and then you have an entire emergency set up right now.
Uh-oh. I know some of y'all with that Trump 2024. What if there wasn't no election? What if there wasn't no election and Trump don't get back in office? And to the people who like Biden, what if you go up in there, what if 2024, Biden don't even get back in there? I'm just coming up with analogies, I'm coming up with ideas just for people to be able to think off of. Not saying it's necessarily true, not even saying that it's possible. I'm just giving you something to think about. Cause like, what would you stand on if there wasn't someone, to the people who do vote, what if they gave you a year where they was like, ain't nobody gonna be in office? How would you feel? How would you feel? I'm just curious. I'm curious. Me personally, I think, like I said, whether you're a Democrat, whether you're a Republican, whatever you are, if you're running for that office, y'all all under the same umbrella. You just go home. Let's put it like this. In my opinion, I think Trump is a part of those people. I think that, yeah, think he was a part of it. I think he's a part of those people. It's a business they run over there. Is he gonna come off exactly like Biden? No. They all gotta play their role. Do you a team? Everybody ain't doing the same thing. It's like, if you a team, everybody ain't shooting the ball. Everybody can't shoot the ball. Sometimes your job is to rebound. So it's just different roles. So yeah, I think that they make it look like it's a show, man. They make it look like Biden and Trump don't like each other. Just for the cause. Just for the people who really believe in that stuff. Like, yeah, come on, man. Nah, all of them people, they all work together. They just do things a little bit differently. And they put on a show. And they make it look like they don't work together so some of us can believe it. Me, I feel like I see through it all. I don't believe in none of them people. Because if they were for us, why they all come out with, what, hope, make America great again? But like, there's one issue they never touch on. I'ma just sit that there and we gonna go to the next clip. But there's one issue they never touch on. They all got they slogans. But none of those slogans, every single year, they skip over one topic. One main topic.
Yep, this terrifying situation is about to come true, and 2024 may be the start of a new ice age. Citizens were terrified after scientists confirmed that Italy and the rest of the world is in big danger and there's not much we can do. Volcano Campifragre is said to be the world's second most powerful volcano, and it's about to erupt. And when it erupts, it can cause the same damage as Pompeii to the world. The issue is that Campifragre currently lays on top of magma that is reported to be connected to Mount Vesuvius. This means that when Campifragre erupts, it's believed both volcanoes could go off at the same time, causing not only destruction of Italy, but possibly turning the entirety of Earth into a permanent winter for up to 3 years. Not only affecting the crops, but the air quality and our drinking water won't be safe anymore. Currently, there is a big chance Campifragre could go off in the very near future, with 1,100 earthquakes happening near Naples in just the past month, with a study from the Communications, Earth and Environmental Journal saying that this eruption is a realistic possibility. Time to head to the moon.
If you can't go there either.
The Simpsons once again prophesied some crazy things. The Simpsons have made some alarming predictions about the year 2024. In a 1998 episode called Bart to the Future, the show hinted at an economic crisis, nuclear war, and the death of the U.S. president all occurring in the same year. The episode shows Lisa Simpson as the future president. In a scene with her advisors, Lisa mentions the budget problems and mess left by the previous administration led by President Biden. A news report in the episode then describes a nuclear conflict with an unspecified country, resulting in massive destruction. The idea of nuclear war and economic turmoil is understandably frightening. However, one can hope these predictions do not come true. Still, The Simpsons have predicted major real-world events accurately in the past. This leads to wondering what else they may have foreseen. In fact, a more recent Simpsons episode contains an even more terrifying prediction than anything before. Do you want to find out about this new prediction in part 2?
Come on, man. Wait. Oh, in my opinion, like, I don't think they're predicting the future no more. I think what they doing is they writing the future, and they wrote the future, and they just reenacting it in a cartoon, and it looks like they predicting it. And they letting everybody else's minds just run wherever it wants. But that's my opinion. I think they already wrote the future. They already wrote it. They just putting it on TV. They just letting us watch it. Not all of it, but they adding a little bit of extra. They exaggerating the story a little extra. But that's what I feel like. Y'all spam it up in the comments what y'all feel. But I don't know. And we already know who the writer of the show was. We already know what he was. I think he's the writer.
What if I told you the universe don't interfere with the government tactics because they're not breaking universal laws? Would you believe me? I don't care if you're good or evil. There are certain laws in the universe we all must live by. And if people can find a way to get around these laws, karma don't come back to them. Life in the universe is all about growth. So if you are going through something in your life right now where you're trying to wake up, the universe is going to support you. Remember, there was a time where the woke people were asleep and the universe still supported us. It's important to understand this because once you get in the matrix, you understand that there are certain things that just don't seem right. Especially when you wake up and you try to help other people wake up and they just won't wake up. It goes by natural laws of the universe. What the government did was they lowered our vibration and made us forget about love and oneness. But once we forgot about love and oneness, our vibration on this planet actually dropped. Therefore, they can break universal laws and not break it at the same time. They made us drop to our knees and pray and beg for a God outside of ourselves. So as long as you're waiting for someone to save you, you will never be saved. The real universe is within us, but they told us it's out there. Remember, knowledge and wisdom is our birthright. We was born with these things. They're not given to us. They're born within us. I've been on my spiritual journey since 2010. I was so-called woke when it wasn't even cool to be woke. Now it's a cool thing. But I came across certain knowledge, whereas I learned about real freedom and how to break the rules of the matrix. Everyone on this planet is supposed to be free. Go back within and understand the universe that's within you. Once you understand this, nothing outside of you can actually break you. By the way, I'm doing one-on-one conversations on how to break the rules of the matrix and go back within yourself. The link is in the bio if you want to set up a one-on-one conversation. All you gotta do is go to the bio, circle how to escape the matrix, and set up an appointment. The reason why you want to know this knowledge to how to escape the matrix is because we all have certain amount of reincarnations. We have certain amount of reincarnations to get this thing done right. If we don't get it right, then we will be stuck in the matrix. Schedule your appointment to learn how to break the rules of the matrix.
Yo, he was on.
I genuinely don't think that Biden voters or most of Americans see clips like this. It's completely embarrassing.
Talking about the impact of hating survivors and first responders.
That's all personal.
Look at him.
I spent an hour and a half about 17 or 18 before. And I don't know how to say this.
Scary.
Virtually every mass shooting, every circumstance where a large number of people have been victimized and lost. I spoke with our Defense Department. It says it's highly unlikely that it was Israelis with a different footprint and intercepted some. Anyway.
Like what?
So that's why, if you notice, I didn't say it first. I want to make sure that I knew. And look, and I'm not suggesting that Hamas deliberately did it either. It's that old thing, you gotta know how to shoestring. And it's not the first time Hamas has launched something that didn't function.
Look, man. Oh, man, my great-grandmother, she had Alzheimer's, right? And that's what it looks like he has to me. And that's kind of sad in a way that they, like, really got this man up there looking like that. Or that clone malfunctioning like that. It's one of the two. But I don't know. Like I said, they all work together. So I feel like they show stuff like that on purpose. They know what they doing, but it's just kind of sad. Like, this is... Put it like this, man. When we had Trump in office, the world was looking at us like, oh, look who they got in office. How we take them serious. Look at this man. Look at how he talks sometimes. I'm talking about Trump. He talk crazy to people. I know the other part of the world didn't really like his character, the way he comes off. He come off as arrogant sometimes. And then we look at Biden. And I'm even looking at him like, this is the person we got, man. This is him. I know we could have chose better. Every single time I know we could have chose better. Whether it was Bush, whether it was Clinton, whether it was Barry, whether it was the carrot top, or whether it's slow ass Biden, man. I know we could do better. The US can do better. I know we can. See, if we had the choice to choose, who we wanted president to be, and it wasn't like those type of people, I know we would have chose somebody way better. Somebody way better. And whoever we would have chose, y'all know, if the collective could have chose somebody to be president, pick a name, y'all put in the comments. We gonna do this. Everybody put in the comments who they would have chose to be the president if you had a perfect world and you know that person could come in and actually do some type of good with that role in the world. Not be a figurehead. Y'all drop in the comments and let me know. Exclude all of the real presidents that's already been elected. Pick a new one.
Yo, you wanna see some real shit? But weird as fuck? AI is predicting who the president is, because this shit is crazy. Watch this shit.
Oh, hell nah. Oh, man, these people.
That was motherfucking crazy. Facts.
Even he said it. That's crazy. Hey, I wouldn't be shocked though. I wouldn't be shocked. My only thing too, when he was president, it was a lot of people who didn't like people who looked like me, and they was becoming really bold. Just because he president. And they used to try to just pop they be trying to do a lot, bro. I know that's something we talk about. Where it's like, bro, when he was president, there was a lot of them who was thinking they was just like, oh, we back. They literally took that Make America Great Again, and they thought they was gonna take it back to where, you know, some of my ancestors was going for certain things that we ain't going for. So that's yeah, hey, let him step in that office again. That's all I'm gonna say. And nobody better, don't come this way with it. But I know a lot of us already been talking about that. Like, I wouldn't be shocked. They say he's supposed to win, but again, spam it up in the comments on who y'all would choose if it was a perfect world. None of the presidents we've already had. Choose somebody new. Choose somebody new.
Y'all know that house that blew up in Arlington, Virginia that belongs to James Yu? This guy right here? Yeah. Well, they're saying that he didn't survive that, right? They're saying that he was in the house. I'm led to believe that this guy was never in the house. And if they did find somebody, it wasn't him. This guy is saying a whole bunch of stuff that the government's trying to silence him and make him be quiet. Oh, man, look, this right here is just 17 hours ago. He's saying the whole thing was, you know, he's talking about January. But then you see this right here where he's saying everybody's witnessing them trying to attempt to silence him and crush him. Their attempts to trick via reverse psychology. See, man, something weird going on. I mean, this was just 4 hours ago. Is it really him? But he's saying that he wasn't even in the house. He's telling you, don't believe the media. He said they're lying. They're trying to cancel and unalive him. He's talking about how they took out his mother and forced his sister to be an internet. I don't know. It really is not far-fetched because so much stuff has been going on in review. And people have been looking for his LinkedIn and everything, saying, oh, you know, he done erased his LinkedIn. No, he said that they took away his LinkedIn. They're trying to erase this man. They're trying to get rid of him because he knows too much. He knows too much, and he's been talking. And it's been said that he's a federal employee. Something's going on. What are y'all's thoughts?
Damn. I believe him. I believe him. Like, that sounds like something they would do. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Y'all know how crazy this world is, but we can't let them people off the hook when we know how they already move. So whenever they move a certain way, or it's said that they was moving a certain way and somebody's coming out speaking against that, I think we should listen because we already know how they move. And it's so many times that they do things like that and we just like act like nothing happened. And we just act like we didn't hear what happened. And we go on about our day, about our business. And that's a person who may not be with us no longer. But thank God he's still with us. That's what he says. But yeah, I think we should listen to that a little bit. And he said they assume he's a traitor. That's what it said in one of his messages. But I wonder why they assume that he's a traitor. Maybe he didn't even have to give them a reason on why they believe that. Maybe they just believe that. I don't know. But we had a good lineup today, man. And again, if you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so that you always notified. It helps the community grow, helps other people see this type of content, and join the collective. Y'all know how we rocking over here. We hitting that 20K. We might already hit 20K by now, but yeah. And it's all thanks to the collective, man. We getting bigger, we getting stronger, we getting more wiser every day. Every day is strength to us, man. The more you learn, the more we winning. Like, yeah, and we together with it. We together with it. Now we gotta start making moves together. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. And again, it's for entertainment purposes. But when I see y'all again in the next video, man, I'm gonna let y'all go today. But yeah, I see y'all, man. We gone.